I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I can do all things through Christ, who strengthens me, I can be whatever He wants me to be, through Christ, who strengthens me, I can have whatever He wants me to have. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I can go wherever He wants me to go. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm the head and not the tail. I'm above and not beneath. He gave me the victory. He gave me the victory. I'm the head and not the tail. I'm above and not beneath. He gave me the victory to accomplish anything. I'm a winner. 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 I can do all things through Christ, who strengthens me. I can be whatever He wants me to be, through Christ, who strengthens me. I can have whatever He wants me to have. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm above and not beneath. He gave me victory to accomplish anything. I'm above and not beneath. He gave me victory to accomplish anything. I'm a winner. 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 I speak over my life. I'm a winner. I speak over my life. I'm a winner. 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 Everybody say oh. Say oh. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. You've been down long enough. Say I am. I'm a winner. Look in the mirror and say, oh, I am. I'm a winner. God said it, I believe it. Say I am. Say I am. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. Tell yourself every day, I am. Hey, I'm a winner. Don't believe what they tell you. Say I am. Say I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. Hey. Say I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. Say I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I see shattered, you see whole. I see broken, but you see beautiful. And you're helping me to believe that you're restoring me piece by piece. What was there now still lives again. My heart's beating, beating inside my chest. Oh, I'm coming alive.
Connecting the community through gospel. The new 107.9 FM, W300EB, Macon, and WDDO 980 AM, Perry, Macon.
The views expressed on this program are not necessarily the views of the Glory 980 AM, the Glory Media Group, LLC, WDDO AM, its staff, management, or advertisers, but are the views and opinions of the participants of the broadcast.
Mother Georgia, she's back on live. 980 WDDO. All of a sudden, let's go live into the studio with our host, Brenda Sutton.
And hello.
Hello, and Happy New Year.
Gosh, Johnny's on time today. That's
I knew they were going to come for
That
me.
means it's going to be a great day.
I knew they were going to come for me.
It is going to be a great day. Today is Monday, February the 2nd, in the year of our Lord, 2026.
Wow.
How has everybody been doing so far this year?
Well, let's say that our listeners out there, ain't it cold? Ain't it cold? Let me tell you
It's
something.
on a whole nother level.
Is Johnny? I don't know. Usually Johnny come in here with his little, I call it like a booty whip coat on. You know what I mean?
What?
Y'all don't know what a booty whip
I
coat?
Absolutely don't. You're going to have to explain this, people.
One of them little thin coats, like a windbreaker. We used to call him a booty whip coat. He didn't.
Not in our neighborhood.
Right. It was a windbreaker.
Yeah, you couldn't have gotten away with that kind of language, not to a guy in my neighborhood. Yeah, you've been fighting.
But you know what though? Johnny got all his gear on. Look at him. He got his big old coat on. He's got his thick coat.
People, don't let Brenda make you all think I walked in here with some kind of mink coat on or something.
Right.
I ain't come in with no mink coat on.
But the past couple of days, it's been cold enough. Women all over Georgia have been pulling out their mink coats and taking pictures in the 2 minutes worth of snow. I know people who did it. Like girls went in their closet because they never get a chance to wear their minks and things who live down here. And it snowed for about 5 minutes. And while it was snowing, they hurried up and ran in the yard and started taking pictures.
Might as well.
Well, let me just say before we get into the show, we need you to hit that share button
and
share and like, and we need you to comment now. We need you to share, like, and comment.
Yeah.
All of that. We really need you to. We really, 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 really need you to do that. So, yeah, it was so cold that I couldn't even get the house warm. That's how cold it was.
Well, that is, that's the master's house. It's pretty big. You needed to have a fire going in every room.
I wasn't trying to do that. I wasn't trying to give no money like that to
Georgia Power
and Georgia Natural Gas. And
but your the fireplace, that's a wood burning fireplace or as a gas?
Gas.
Okay.
And then for y'all listeners out there, which I brought my mama home from the nursing home. Okay. Brought her there. I think I might have told you I was going to bring her there I think I might have said at the beginning of the year, but she is now home with me. And for y'all that know Brenda Harrison, your mama was the original hustler, Miss Brenda. She was the hustler of Pleasant Hill.
Okay.
She taught me how to hustle. I had them rooms downstairs, and she was selling plates and stuff like. Yeah, child. Mama, what? What's wrong, Johnny?
How about you? When you said I was wondering where you was going to go, but it's cool.
Oh,
you said plates.
Yeah.
I need my bell.
You
Tonight
need the bell
because
because
be a bell day.
he already getting started. So my mother had when I was little. Seriously, one of the things, and this is a good time to talk about Black History Month. Going into because we should be doing Black History all year, like I do.
Right.
But Black people used to take care of each other a little bit differently back in the day. You understand what I'm saying? Like my dad had rooms on top of the barbershop to keep the homeless people off the street. I have to wonder whether or not those kinds of things are missing is why we have so many people that are homeless. Because a lot of those clubs and things downtown Macon had like a third floor, and they would take the people off the street. and put them, and they could rent a room. It wasn't much, but it was where they would keep them off the street. And so when I grew up, my mother had like underneath the house, we had like a board and, where they could rent rooms and things like that. So, and little Harry called her the original hustler, and she had a store. You know what Sycamore Street is?
Yes.
Sycamore Street is in Pleasant Hill off of Forest Avenue. And on that corner down there, they didn't put a little house. There used to be a little store, a little corner store right there. My mother had that store before Miss Hill. Miss Hill used to live in Fort Hill. Okay. And then my mother got the store, and they would always have, one of the things those neighborhood stores did back in the day, and y'all gonna know what I'm telling, they would let people buy food on the books.
Oh, yeah.
And, so that kept people from being hungry. See, a lot of those things people have forgotten about. They say, forgot. No, I ain't forgot. I know. You could go
eventually you got to pay your tab, though.
They did.
But you would pay because you knew you were going to get hungry again. So you pay, and then, next time you got hungry, you could go there and get some food. But if you didn't pay,
they just didn't give you no food. And it was bad back then, because you talking about a grocery store desert. They didn't have grocery stores, like all around. You had to take the bus to go to the store. And so those neighborhood stores were like, were the lifeline for a lot of those communities. I would just say Pleasant Hill, we had one where my mama's store was, and it was another one on the corner of 3rd Avenue and Roosevelt.
The community would make sure you paid the store. Because they're like, if you don't pay the store's not going to be able to have inventory. So you better pay Miss Jones now, pay Mr. whoever it was. You better pay them. So,
that's true.
Yeah, so the neighborhood would kind of monitor everybody too. Like, now, you owe such and such. You ought to pay. Now you go pay the mother folk.
Yes, they would. They did that.
Johnny. Yeah, you go pay the mother. You gonna pay her, because if you don't pay her, then she's not gonna have the money to go out and buy light bread or tomatoes or whatever it is that the whole neighborhood needs. So if you don't pay her, now we know you didn't pay her because you done told it.
Oh, they didn't keep no secrets. Yeah, Emily, I'm trying to tell you, that was back in the day. They would tell everything. They not only did they tell everything, they would tell about the children and all of that. But But, I just kind of, I was thinking about that, going through. I said, my mother, you'd be surprised at who touched people, back in the day. I went to see Lil Harry. The people out there in our listener audience, y'all know who Lil Harry, Lil Harry is from Pleasant Hill, the unofficial mayor of Pleasant Hill.
Oh, I've heard, people refer to him. Yeah. I've never met, I don't know.
Well, I know he's real cool. He said, Miss Brenda. Brenda, you know I know your mama.
Yeah, right.
And crazy about my mama. That's what he told me. He said, your mama taught me how to hustle. So, that's my Berena Sutton Curse's story right there.
It's all right. She was, doing a service to the neighborhood.
Yeah. Emily, how did you fare in this storm? Because I know they said some people had snow flurries. We didn't get any.
Jimmy, and I meant to say something about this earlier, but Jimmy had the wonderful opportunity to open up for Kenny Lattimore this Saturday at the All That Jazz. So he played with Gavin Rushin and his band, and it was really nice seeing, all them young people together. I mean, just talent. Gavin is extremely talented. Jimmy, of course, is talented. The bass player, I think 3 of them, Gavin, the bass player, and the young lady that was singing, phenomenal voice.
Berkeley.
They all from Berkeley. Yeah, they're all from Berkeley. And the drummer, I don't think was from Berkeley. And of course, Jimmy didn't graduate from Berkeley, but it was just, they were just so talented, and they did a great job. And a blizzard came out of nowhere on Saturday. It started about 4:30 and it stopped about 6:30, 6:45. And it just came out of nowhere. We were downtown, loading stuff into the Macon City Auditorium, which is where the concert was. And all of a sudden, and it didn't just start. It just it didn't trickle or flurries. It just came out of nowhere, almost like a storm or a tornado, like a blizzard out of nowhere. And it lasted for about 2 hours. And in less than, I would say, 20 minutes, my car was completely covered. But by the time we got out, by the time the whole event was over, all of it was gone. It was the most freakiest thing, because it was almost like it never happened.
Yeah. So for those who did not get a chance to see Gavin Rushing this past weekend, he's doing a show at the Tubman Museum on tomorrow
Tuesday.
night at 8 p.m. I have the great fortune of hosting it.
Wow.
He's one of the kids before he graduated high school on his 18th birthday. I allowed him to come into Grants and play. We cleared it with everybody. He cannot buy alcohol. He can't drink. And that was his first experience playing in that type of venue. And right before he was to leave to go off to Berkeley some years ago. And now he's been studying over in Spain. He's one kid that calls me uncle, and I don't mind. He's a dynamic guy. And he's just walks with a beautiful, wonderful spirit. And that young lady, as you said, is something to behold. She's hails out of Augusta, Georgia, and she's a special kid that came over to the restaurant the other day. And let me tell you, they don't sit around eating little. I thought they were going to be eating like really light. They're like, nah, I want pigtails.
Yeah, they
eat.
But she's young. She's about, I would say about 24, 25.
Yeah.
And but she has the voice of somebody twice her age.
Awesome spirit.
I mean, and as a singer, we listen to every single detail. When I tell you, this is the first time in a long time that I've listened to a singer that was spot on. When I tell you she hit every note.
Oh yeah, she's dynamic.
Every note. Yeah. She didn't miss, she didn't crack, she didn't she went where she was supposed to go.
So tomorrow night at the Tubman Museum, 8 p.m. come. If you missed Gavin and this fabulous vocalist at the Tubman, all that jazz, you'll get a chance again to witness greatness at the Tubman Museum on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Please come out and enjoy yourselves.
And Jimmy will be playing with them again tomorrow night. So I'm excited for all of them. They're just, so super talented and so young, just in their good. You kind of hope that the world don't taint them because right now they're just good spirited. Yeah. Jimmy, him, they just have, and the girl, just good energy, good spirit. It's like they ain't been tainted by the world yet.
Well, that's a good thing. So, I'm excited for you. I really am. Y'all, I'm kind of prejudiced toward Jimmy. I look at Jimmy as being like, I call him my nephew. They don't need to mess with Jimmy.
He's a good guy. He's been a good guy from the beginning. No doubt about it.
Henry and I are crazy about it.
And super talented as well. So,
very much so. He come to the house, he need to bring his horn. I'm like, did you bring your horn with you?
Yeah, he's a student of it all. He's a sponge. He watches, and even though he might be able to play technically better than somebody, but he still sits there and watches everything and figures out what to do, what not to do, how to do. So those are the type of musicians I've noticed over my years of being around musicians are the ones that exceed and excel, the ones that sit around and soak it up.
And one thing I always teach him and his father is just to remain humble. I think that's so important, and learn and learn from the others that have come before you. And like Johnny said, he does listen. He studies the older saxophone players, and he watches and he listens, and I think that's important to pick up all of the little idiosyncrasies that help you grow into the musician that you're gonna become. But they're in their I guess that would be their mid-20s now. We're finna be late 20s because Gavin graduated last fall, right, from Berkeley.
Yeah,
and Jimmy graduates in 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's going for his master's now. Gavin is. He's been over in Spain. Yeah.
But no, I thought he finished his time in Spain. But either way, they're both getting their masters. Jimmy will be done with his in 2 or 3 weeks. Jimmy will be done with his. So I'm just excited for all of them. And like Johnny said, come on out Tuesday night. Tubman, was it Tubman, right?
Tubman Museum.
Yeah, Tubman Museum, Tuesday night at 8:00. He'll be debuting his new single and a couple of songs from his album, and it's gonna be a good situation.
Remember the name Gavin Rushing. Remember that name.
Awesome. I tell you, we're glad to be back. We've been kind of snowed in with the weather. Just didn't want to get out. Didn't feel like it was the best thing to do to get on the road with the ice. I've fallen into black ice, and black ice ain't nothing you want. You know what I mean? It's absolutely nothing that you want. And it's so much been happening. I tell you, so much. I was just like, y'all, Johnny, did you see that low down Pastor Jamal Bryant?
What'd he do?
Emily, tell him about what Jamal's so low.
So
he
it was
low down.
actually funny.
But it was funny though.
He was coming down, when a pastor gets done and he's coming down the aisle, and he's just talking as he's coming down the aisle. Well, he gets all the way to the end of the church, or the back part of the church rather. And so there's a guest there. Sleep. I'm talking about sleep. Like I'm talking about laying over with her coat,
with her mouth open,
sleep. And so he goes over, whoever's recording him, he said, come here. And so they zoom in on her, and he's talking, and she wakes up like a deer in headlights and just covers herself up because she realizes that she's on camera. So it was really all in good fun. And then he turns the camera around and he keeps walking. And there's these three people on the left. They all got on fur coats. So he picks on them about lighting it. It's Atlanta, Georgia. It is not cold enough to have on these fur coats. And I'm talking about fur coats from neck all the way to the floor, fur coats. It was really funny. Now, some people said, they thought that was kind of mean. But I mean, it was really good fun.
I think it's kind of mean.
Why do you think that's mean, John?
I think that if the lady was asleep, why are you going to put that lady out there like that? Why you didn't just wake her up?
She put herself out there
like that. And then if those
that.
people had on, they made a choice to wear what they bought. They paid for it, just like his wife dressed. They paid for their coat. They should be able to wear that coat without people criticizing them for wearing their coats.
No, I think you have to watch the clip. But it's funny.
I'm just having
because
fun.
I know. I mean, but you got to watch it because it will make you kind of chuckle a little bit. Because it was really in good fun. He wasn't saying, nothing.
But he need to catch his wife while she over there asleep with her mouth open and put her on camera.
Well,
it was. I mean, let's just be honest. All of us, I know I have. We done all kind of doze off in church.
Yeah,
before.
but we don't want nobody putting us on blast like that.
You kind of just nudge him like, wake up.
Yeah.
But I think what was so funny is he was right there and he was talking on the mic and she was just gone.
She might have been tired.
Finally, when he got up on her is when she just woke up, and it was her reaction. She was just like, and then she went to cover up. But it was just kind of funny. I don't think I don't even think she took it seriously. But it was just hilarious.
I need to be her lawyer. I'll sue him.
I don't know.
Hey,
John,
look,
stop.
I will call the number.
Because see, this is how allegedly. Let's
right.
because we don't want no junk.
Our calling number is 478-250-1444. Again, the number is Hey, Ricky, what's up?
Hey, Ricky, Crawford? Happy New Year.
You know what though? You know what? Now we didn't get a chance to talk about it because it got cold. But I'm gonna just put it out here like this.
Here it comes.
I don't know why Jamal was saying all that when he had his wife out there looking like she was naked. Y'all know.
Now you was just on her team last year. Don't be trying to switch teams. He was just she had on that little dress and it was flesh covered and stuff, and one of the preachers from the church, what is that, the Cogent, isn't that the Church of God in Christ, said his wife looked like a garden tool. Yeah, a whore, WHORE. He said she looked like a whore. Now that I thought was definitely out of line.
I thought he was just,
and I was like, come on.
Did y'all see his wife? See what she looked like? Now I ain't gonna be like ugly shaming, but she was kind of toe up from the floor up. I'm talking about his wife.
That's not my concern. It's just as a full-blown, seasoned, grown, older man.
Come on.
Why would you open your mouth and call someone else's wife a whore? And someone of the clergy, someone that's walking in the same footsteps you are, and that has a wife, why would you open your mouth and call another man's wife a whore? That part is where I cross the line. I'm like, these pastors are just out of control.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And
who does that?
And then it's just like he said something. Oh yeah, we miss you too. And Johnny, Johnny has a thing about calling Reverend. Okay, he's been talking about this for how many years, Johnny?
Since I've been a kid, since I read it in the Bible, where it says God reverence is reserved for God.
I already text her.
Okay.
And so you know, this is where they go and they call themselves, they give themselves these titles and things like that, which some of these Reverend Chicken Wing, Pork Chops, and Neck Bones is out there listening
This
to.
is why I'm so surprised that, because you've been talking about these chicken wings and our pork chop. So why are you surprised that the guy said that about his wife?
He shouldn't have said it. He didn't want nobody talking about his ugly wife.
I know, but
his wife was ugly. She was up in there. She looked like she, you know, look at, I'm 70, almost 70 years old. She was up there with something wrapped around her neck and everything, looking all kind of ways. And by the way, let me just say this. You know, I bet you he was looking at Jamal Bryant's wife.
Who wouldn't look at a lady look like she was naked?
Well, I'm just telling you, and that's his
That
problem.
woman did not look. Why
She
y'all
did
keep
not.
saying
She
that?
did not look like she was naked to me. Okay?
She looked like, if you
did
first
not.
look and glance, you'd go, "Ooh, oh, she got on a thing."
You know,
Because most men are not that cultured that we immediately know that's a flesh tone garment.
No, I'm not gonna let y'all get away with it. Y'all can't play dumb all the time, because you play dumb most of the time,
Say
and
it, Emily.
it'd be accurate. But this time, y'all not gonna play dumb. Y'all know what you obviously, that's just common sense. She is not walking around in a lace dress with no underlining.
Did y'all
Some
see?
stuff is just common sense.
Okay.
And by the way, and see, Johnny, let me just
Did y'all
say,
see Tiana Taylor at the award?
now Tiana Taylor did, her stuff was out.
Yeah.
She was naked.
So
She
don't
looked
tell me
nice.
people don't wear stuff like that. They wear stuff like that.
Tiana Taylor is an entertainer. She's not a pastor's wife. She's not a pastor.
That's right.
She is for the streets.
So let me ask you this.
So if you
And-
for the streets,
up.
you can walk around naked
And-
because you for the streets.
Hold up. Since we went there, let me ask you a question.
Okay,
I'm not
okay.
being funny. I'm not trying to
Yeah,
be
you
You already
judgmental.
know where you're going,
I'm
but
not
go
being
ahead.
judgmental. I'm not being anything. I'm just asking a question. How many other pastors' wives are all over Facebook or the media with a flesh tone dress on?
I don't know.
I don't know, but let me
So
That's
just
a
it's
true
not.
answer.
So it's not a common thing.
by the way, but let me just say, Jamal bought
I'm
that.
just saying.
Jamal bought that for his wife.
I'm sure some other pastors can afford
Let me
to.
answer. I'm pretty sure it is, because you may not understand it, but as women, we wear dresses. It is very common that a dress would have a nude or a flesh lining.
That ain't what I asked.
I'm answering your question.
I said, how many
My
other
answer
pastors?
is yes. My answer is yes.
Okay, now show me where they at on Facebook and
But
all
by
that
the way,
kind of stuff.
but by the way, see,
I mean, do we really have to Google it?
Yes.
Okay.
All these pastors whose it's such a common thing for their wives to be dressed in that same manner.
by the way, but see, let me just say this: she ain't the pastor.
I agree.
She's not the pastor. And let me just
And
say,
I agree with you holistically on that. That's why I wonder why they give all that leeway in the church, like the first lady and all that, because she ain't the pastor. She don't deserve no special treatment. She ought to be able to live her own life, because the only person that should be given any kind of special treatment is the pastor. Why should his wife get it? Because she ain't the pastor.
Ricky
Same
said,
energy.
I didn't
Same
see anything
energy.
wrong with the dress. The sin is not the dress. The sin is under the dress.
come on now. You see-
Hold on. Let me read that again. Allegedly.
It
All
is
right.
hard to defend the indefensible.
But you know what?
She shouldn't have worn that dress.
It was
That's all
nothing
I'm
wrong. It was nothing wrong with wearing that dress.
saying. Ain't nobody saying the lady didn't look good.
Johnny, there was nothing wrong with her wearing that dress at all.
Wait a minute. Read what Wade said, because Wade, you telling the truth.
Actually,
that pastor did not call her whore. He said that Jamal Bryant would dressing her up like one. He said that because Bryant admitted that he bought the suit for her.
Well,
I guess what he's saying is that Jamal Bryant said that he was the one that actually bought the dress for her. But contrary to what you're saying, he actually did. I mean, we can play word semantics, but if a pastor calls his wife, it says you're dressing your wife like a whore. I mean,
and by the way, let me just say,
we're not gonna play word
if,
semantics.
if a person puts on a police uniform, you say you're dressing like a cop, then that don't make him a cop.
with Johnny,
Right. That's exactly right.
Johnny,
And that's all he was saying. She dressed like one. He didn't say she was.
But by the way, but he shouldn't have even said it, because his ugly self was out of order. And like I said,
She keep calling that man ugly.
I'm just telling you, I looked at his wife over there, sitting up there like a dried up prune and something like that, looking like
Show me a
somebody's
picture of that man's wife.
child she tore up. And that's it. She tore up from the floor up. And he just mad because his wife don't look like that. And by the way, as an older woman, which I am, you ain't old women, you all know, we ain't got to look like that. She didn't have to going out there with, with all that hair dye in her hair and everything, looking like shoe polish.
What now? Hair dye?
She got some shoe. You know, when people get old, they take and put that black hair dye, and it look like they got shoe polish in their head.
Oh, you talking about what?
I'm talking about
your friend Leon used to put in his hair.
Y'all better leave my brother
Leon,
alone.
I didn't say it.
Leon said it. Leon said he do not want no gray hair in his head. Period. He say, I don't like it. I don't want it. He said he was gonna buy all that black hair mascara out the beauty supply store. I remember that.
But I'm talking about the pastor who said that about Jamal Bryant's wife. Let me just say, the fact is, it is a discussion means that she probably should not have worn the dress. The first lady should not be a distraction from the ministry. First of all, I think that's very interesting. So she looked good to me too, Ricky.
Didn't nobody say she didn't look good, Ricky?
And let me just say this.
Didn't nobody say she didn't look good?
And Wade, you talk about a distraction from the ministry. What about some of that stuff that some of Reverend Chicken Wing and Pork Chop have on? You know, some of their little skin tight pants and things like that, showing you don't understand what I'm saying. If they got it to show, they done take and put their little pants on and stuff like that.
I saw one with a camel toe.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Now she wants to start talking about engineers and things.
But I'm just telling you, look here.
See what I'm saying? She wants to start talking about production people. People responsible for shows being on air. You know, I mean, that's a sneaky shot.
You could have just keep going. Let's just keep it moving.
But don't.
Ricky said, "Why not?" The Bible says, "Come as you are." If all you got is a flesh toe.
Wait a minute. And then Wade talking about Brenda. We're not talking about that. Then we talking about the first lady. I'm talking about the first man that be up in there, Reverend Chicken Wing and Pork Chop, and having little tight jeans on, camel toe, doing the camel walk across the pulpit. Y'all understand what I'm trying to say? Y'all understand? Don't play, Wade.
Oh Jesus!
Don't play. Because I don't see them up in no bag. And what about them who be wearing them straight leg jeans? You know what I'm talking about. What's the name of them jeans, Emily? Them skinny jeans.
They call skinny jeans.
Yeah, them pastors be wearing them little skinny pants with no socks on, with they big shoes. Y'all seen them? I saw they be up in there in the pulpit. They be done got their little suit, got it custom made and everything. That thing is tight as I don't know what. And then you got the nerve to say something about she distracted. She didn't wear that to church. She wasn't up in the pulpit. She was at an event. And so how could that distract from the ministry when she was now if she was in the church?
And that was my thing. Yeah.
I could understand you saying it distracted from the ministry because she was up there in the pulpit, just widening some of these nasty men's imagination. Let's just talk about where these men's minds were, Emily. Don't you agree that their mind was in the gutter? If you looking at her and you got to dig your mind out,
I think men are men and men are gonna look because that's what they do. But at the bottom line, Johnny, I just sent you a link on Google. You can click on it.
Yeah.
Who's it? Is the other preacher's wife?
Those are just dresses that come in with nude underlining, which goes back to my original point.
What I asked for.
My whole point is that
pastors' wives who have them on. That's what I said.
I mean, who would I Google? How would I Google that?
But they're not going to church.
My point is, it's not common.
That's the point.
My point was, it's not common.
Listen to me. We got to listen.
Right.
It is common. It is very common to buy that kind of dress.
It's not common for pastors' wives to be wearing them.
Yes,
is what I'm saying.
Is.
And so, if it's so common, show me pictures of it. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know any pastors to Google.
We don't have.
We're talking
pictures.
about you're being unrealistic. We're talking about how many churches are in Macon, Georgia.
His wife wore one, and it's all over the planet. So you're gonna tell me it's not anymore?
It's because he's a famous pastor. Hold on, hear me out. If I wear that same dress, is my picture gonna be all over the internet? No.
Yes, it is.
No, my
picture
picture
I
is
have
not.
it out there.
By the way,
We're
and let me
going
just-
viral,
and-
baby.
Anyway, my picture would not be all over the internet
We going
if I
viral.
wore that
I
dress.
bet you.
By the
Right.
Come
way,
on down
hey.
to the Naturalista, baby.
But you know what though, Johnny, this is the real deal.
Ooh, y'all
Why don't
slow.
why don't we just talk about that other Reverend Chicken Wing from the Kojic Church? I think that's what his name is. Let's just talk about the fact he hating because his wife can't wear one.
I agree with you.
His wife can. I'm telling you, what she had on was worse than what I
I
had to
wanna
wear to
see
the
her.
courthouse. Cause she ugly. That's what.
Jesus, yeah, like
I-
you know this lady personally.
I
Brenda.
don't know, and I'm sure she's a nice lady. And you know,
She is allegedly unattractive.
you know. I don't know, but I have to find and send it to y'all. But when I was looking at it, I said, you know, no wonder she a first lady. He just mad. I bet you the next Sunday, you know, Jamal had about 30, 40 extra men in the church. You know what I mean?
Oh, today is Monday, February the 2nd, 2026. How was y'all weekend? We're gonna start over because y'all are out of order.
Hey, I done seen the light. I want to be a deacon over here. Oh, Lord.
You know, it's
Well,
something.
they ain't wearing them dresses down here at the church, at the corner church. They ain't wearing them kind of dresses.
Now and then, you know, in that Kojic and stuff like that. And I bet you he was in the bathroom when he was in looking at that picture, sitting up in there, you know, in the library looking. Okay.
So let's talk about Nicki Minaj.
What?
Let's talk about Nicki Minaj.
What did 5'11" couldn't get in there? what that mean, Ricky? You know I'm slow.
Let's talk about Nicki Minaj.
Child, I don't even-
What y'all think about Nicki Minaj standing up or repping Trump? I mean, backing Trump, support
Let me
Trump.
tell you,
Do
And
y'all
then-
think
and
that
then
that
she
is just
said-
about her own citizenship?
and
Because
she-
that's what I think
And
it
she
is.
said they can bother him all they want, but he covered by Jesus. You heard her.
Yeah, I saw
What
and heard
Jesus?
all of it.
you know what? Let me just say this about Nicki Minaj. She need Jesus.
How you
She
know?
no. People quit. You
Brenda
know.
know Nikki.
Let me tell you something. People need to quit lying on God and Jesus.
They've been
They-
doing that since the dawn of time.
But she got it bad. They gonna see you talking about talking trash, and she was an illegal immigrant herself, and then she holding up this gold card she got from Trump. Y'all saw that?
That was funny. I was like, look.
Uh,
And then what was funny
Yeah,
is
yeah.
because people on the internet thought that the gold card was like some type of credit card or something. I was like, y'all can't be this slow in 2026.
By the way, Emily, thank you for that link.
By the way, Ricky says it would have been 51 men that to my church.
I'm gonna just sit this one out because I can't. Y'all,
But you
cannot-
know
We're gonna have to add on to this church over here.
Wow.
Need to bring some chairs in here today.
Shut up.
That next Sunday they've been bringing all them folding chairs, putting them in the aisle. Pastor Brian said his attendance has increased 100% this Sunday. Oh yeah, won't he do
But you
it?
know they do that. Christians hold
Won't he do
each other to such a high standard, which some say, you know, they should be being held to a high standard. But if you remember, the girl Mary, what's her name? The younger sister from Mary,
Tina.
not Tina, the other one.
I know you talking about.
She had on the full white dress. It was from head all the way to her feet. Sleeves were in, and it was skin tight. And they ate her up so bad about that dress. And my thing is, people know, you know, Black women in particular are built a certain way. Do you want us to wear muumuus, or do you want the church women to wear muumuus? Do you want them what? Do you want them to wear 1950s church hat with them big loose polyester suits? What do y'all want them to wear?
By the way, now we got to get back on topic. Wade said, and we're going to go back. Ray, before I'm going to read what Ricky Crawford said. Front of that church filled with ushers. See, he talking about.
He said Ubers. Maybe he meant to say ushers.
I think he meant
Ushers. He
Look
meant
at-
ushers.
Let me say this. Wade says that Donald Trump she said that, now you know what, Nicki Minaj need to quit lying.
Yeah, she did say he was handsome.
But
Where?
somebody, but let
Where
me tell you,
is he handsome?
Donald Trump though been having a lot of women all his life.
That's because he had money. If that
But
joker
money makes my man handsome to a lot of women.
By the way, but if he was an everyday Joe, as ugly as he is, he wouldn't be getting all that. Now that should be the end of discussion about her. She needs to take one of those cognitive tests. Look, I'm trying to tell
Trump took.
I'm trying to tell you, Nicki Minaj is married to a pedophile wife, or he living with her or something. She need to,
he just got out of jail.
He just got out of jail
a couple of years ago,
and then
and
then this is the real discussion, which I'm going to say it on air. And not all the people come from Trinidad or some of these islands and stuff like that, or like that. But there's a lot of our good brothers and sisters who look like us, who are not they may be our skin people, but they ain't our kin people. And Nicki Minaj does not know that she's black.
So you're saying she's sort of like Tiger Woods?
She not sort of like, she worse than Tiger Woods.
No, Nicki Minaj, no, she colored.
She don't know that because the way she running behind, some of the stupid stuff she's doing. Obvious.
I think it's just to secure her citizenship.
Okay,
everybody knows she's not.
But you're going to destroy everything you have to get us, because
you think she's destroying it or enhancing it? She's
destroyed it because the people that she's running behind don't buy her music. They're not supportive.
But do you think she's trying to sell records or get money?
She's not going to. She's
not saying.
She's not going to get any money.
You figure?
Yes, she is. Brenda, you out the game, boo. Yes, she is. The amount of endorsement, because we got to keep it. Let me say this, and Johnny, you can probably attest. When you go to these major concerts, when you go to a Lil Wayne concert, a Nicki Minaj concert, it's not us in the audience. It's them, because we're not paying for them tickets. Now, you go to a Beyonce concert, you'll see a lot of us, but Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, it ain't us in the audience. It's them, because they're the ones that's going to put it on their credit card or their mommy or daddy credit card and go. So she's not worried about keeping our vote. She's not worried about
Kendrick
us.
Lamar, his audience is full of Caucasians.
Yeah. Well, but they ain't like us.
Huh?
I'm just.
She talk about the song. They not like us.
But
both of y'all, Jesus, I cannot.
But the bottom line is, let me just say that careers have been ruined. And because you got to look at this thing from a long-term perspective, okay? Longevity.
Come on, with Nicki.
Yeah. Because quick money, sometimes quick money is not necessarily what you want.
Brenda,
Some
of us are in denial. There are a lot, and I mean a lot of Black Republicans. And it's, and a lot of us are just in denial because of our skin color, but we are not. We are blind to the fact that there's a whole lot of Black folk are down with what Donald Trump is doing.
But let me
there's a whole lot of Black folk benefiting from the present economy that is existing today, and you cannot get them to turn around and talk about it. They will not retract the fact that they feel like things are better for Black folk, and this administration, it's a lot of Black people who think that. I'm telling you.
By the way, I don't have a problem with what they say.
A lot of them.
By the way, there are some Black Republicans that I actually like, such as MAGA voters are not going to have her at her current Wade. That's my point. They're not.
He said MAGA voters are not going to her concerts. There are difference between them and normal people.
That's right. And so some of the people that's going, some of the people she may have had going to her concerts are not going to go. Now, I just don't believe. I agree. But I'm going to say
y'all not looking at it from a different perspective.
I'm looking.
I don't have time to.
I'm looking at it from the perspective of you're talking. I don't have a problem with Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a problem with all of them. You know what? Let me just say it in the words of Malcolm X. Okay,
I thought you finna say Tupac.
Malcolm X. One come at you smiling, and the other come at you like snarling. But both of them eat meat. Okay.
You go, girl.
So understand that's the way I look at it about these parties. I'm not fooled. I'm not fooled by either side. Okay, I got it. One of them, they're grinning your face.
So why do we care whether she's supporting Trump then?
No, I don't care that she support. What I care about is the foolishness she's doing and not understanding her influence. when you have influence,
that's what I'm saying. You
then
talk about something that you're not really up to date on. Nicki Minaj is grasping at this point because I call it her currency, has went down over the last 3 or 4 years, and it started when she married the guy. This has been going on for years,
right.
And that's why she's doing it. What she's doing at this point,
she just made herself relevant again.
There you go.
By the way, but all of that, but
so it's for her. She doesn't have anything to lose, is what I'm saying, because she was already at the bottom.
And by the way, that's where she's going to stay, because, and as evidence of that, if we're going to just take a look at performers, I don't know Mary's sister name. I think it's Tina.
Yeah, one of them is Tina. Erica's the other. Erica right, Campbell and Tina.
But
whatever.
ask Tina what happened when she went and sung at Trump's inauguration. She couldn't sell any tickets.
Mm-hmm.
People didn't go see her anymore. It took her a long time to build her audience back up because she made a move. So all I'm saying to you is that, Nicki Minaj can do whatever it is she wants. She's a grown woman. If that's what she want to support Trump, support Trump. That's I mean, I know some people that support Trump who are, who claim to not be racist. I don't understand how they do that, but that's what they claim.
Mm-hmm.
But Nicki, it's the things that have fallen out of her mouth that I don't like. That's what bothers me. I wouldn't have gone to see her anyway because I thought she was just kind of raunchy. But she's not the kind of entertainer that I would want to have anything to do with listen to music, anything like that.
Well,
but
compared to what we have now, she ain't wrong. I mean, we got to remember that Nicki Minaj is one of the older rappers. Nicki Minaj became popular in the late 2000s. So she's been around for a very long time, and she's trying to
reinvent herself.
Reinvent, just become relevant again. I've always liked Nicki Minaj. I liked her when she came out. Of course, I don't like the raunchy part of it, but she did what she did, and she became a major name in music. So that we can't really take it away. She got plenty of money. She ain't hurting for money, but she's definitely not at the top. When you look at the Megan Thee Stallion, the Glorillaz, all of these female rappers that have come out since her, Cardi B. She's fighting for her spot.
Let me just say this
to regain her spot.
Let me just say this: everything have a time limit. Mm-hmm. Okay, every genre has its high point.
Mm-hmm.
She just done got old.
Mm-hmm.
That's just it.
The guy Trevor Noah roasted her at the Grammys. You didn't see it? Oh, he wore Nicki Minaj.
No, I heard about it, but I didn't see it.
He was wearing her out. And
he should have. And I'm just saying, there comes a time in your career that you need to just sit down. She can't sing any of her old hits because maybe she can and people will remember them and go to her concerts and see them. But she doesn't have anything that is, what's she gonna go? I don't know what she can go up there and do it and get a full house. I'm like you, Wade. Mega ain't going to see her.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't studying that. Give us a call in 478-250-1444. That number is 478-250-1444. Maybe she should have put on I want to say she put on a dress like Jamal Bryant's wife had. And maybe that would help to,
We ain't gonna talk about them preacher people no more.
Okay. We're gonna let that be. What y'all think about these Epstein files?
I think
and
that
Jay-Z.
There's too many big time people's names involved in all this stuff that we ain't gonna know the truth. Never.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And I've been going through, and one of the things that I kind of wanted to talk about is within the Epstein files, and we've kind of touched on this before, is what I would consider what society considers throwaway. Like throwaway people, like that, because. I've said it before, like little black girls that get, that are dealing with some of this trafficking. A lot of attention is not given to it because they are little black girls and, and they're highly sexualized, by the community and things. So there's not a lot that happened to the perpetrators because, who cares about them? They're just one of them. Well, this is what I feel like with the Epstein files. Those are poor little white girls. They're not rich girls, they're poor little white girls that was out there hustling. Some of them, were, but they were taken advantage of by quote unquote, very powerful people. And, I haven't heard anyone Well, I've heard it maybe on the Democratic side, I'm sure, but on the Republican side, I haven't heard any remorse, any sort of grief for those victims and what they went through.
Well, see, I certainly agree with that take on it. But in addition to that, what I also see with my third eye is so many just people, period. It's not even about Republican or Democrat
That's
or
right.
anything. It's Bill Clinton's name in the bunch. It's Donald Trump's name in the bunch. It's the president of this airline in the bunch. It's so many different folks' names that it's like, what do they say? When you got common enemies, that makes enemies become friends or something. So all of these people who are adversaries are joining together to block it because all of their names is in this file. So it's like, I don't see that going anywhere. But let me ask y'all this. Did y'all see the thing in Minnesota where they killed a guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
The one that had the camera in his hand trying to help the lady.
Right.
And they had already had the Department of Homeland Secretary make a statement to describe the event. Said the man was yielding a gun. Why would he wielding a gun? A Uzi or something and all that and making threats and all this. But they didn't know that there was a film of it. Then when they showed the film of it, the man never had a gun. The man had a telephone in his hand and the other hand free trying to help the lady who was getting beat up. He was trying to film the incident and help the lady up at the same time. Then Face the Nation and Meet the Press showed on one half of the television set, replayed the lady reading the statement. There was a man there wielding a gun, and he had a Uzi or AK-47 wielding a gun and pointing at the officers. And then the other half of the screen was showing the actual person the actual event that she was describing falsely. The man had a phone in his hand trying to help a lady that they were beating up. Now, if we can take and look at that as Americans and not understand that this is right in your face, you seeing it with your own eyes, how they lie to us, just blankly lie. What makes us think they ain't continuously lying to us in the same fashion?
Well, a lot of people don't believe that. And, I have a couple of friends. I don't even talk politics. I don't talk government because they like to keep their head buried in the sand.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you cannot believe 90% of what they say on the news. You just can't believe it. And I always say this, and my friend, she laughed at me. I was like, television is telling lies visually. You believe everything that you see on TV. I'm like, they lying. They been lying. This ain't nothing new. And like Johnny said, y'all flat out got busted.
And it goes so, it's been happening so long in so many different avenues. Like, and I'll stop with after this. Like even they've been manipulating our brains for so long with little stuff. Like here's another one that we take for granted. Tarzan. Now, here's a show that came on when I was a kid, Tarzan, with a white man in an African nation in a jungle where nobody else white but him. And there's one white woman. But this man done got over there by accident to Africa. And he's able to talk to the animals, talk to the elephants, gather them up, talk to the monkeys, everybody, the lions, and all these black folk been living over there all this time. None of them can do that. None of them can swing through the trees like he does with precision and accountability. But they sold us on that too, and we don't understand how that damaged us with our belief system. And it's so sad how we just continually buy this foolishness, just like the man in Minnesota gonna sit there on the news and tell us this man was wielding a gun, and we had no way to know she was lying because she's in such a responsible position. She's the Department of Homeland Security chief person.
And by the way, in these files that are and I'm glad you brought them up, but these files are I can't say the word. I was getting ready to say a bad word, but when I look back, as you say, you got Jay-Z on them.
Yeah.
You got some women in it. It's all kind of folk. Andrew, what's his name? Prince Andrew or whatever.
Oh yeah.
They didn't just took his stuff from him and put him in the country. I mean, they just, they didn't. I mean, I think he like in a 5-bedroom, which that's some That's an
Mhm.
interesting kind of punishment, whatever. But
Right.
Brenda
said that's interesting punishment.
Yeah, you take, and then his wife had been living with him, and they divorced, but they living in the same. That's a mess too. And now she says, "Well, now that you've been put in that 5-bedroom house, I got to go." She didn't left it. So it's real. So somebody, the British throne know what to do with people when they act like that. So why aren't we doing the same kind of thing? Because it's something that the British know that we don't know, that they are punishing their people. They punished their boy.
They did.
They sure did. They punished him.
It's amazing.
It is. And I think that, but it goes back to, I'm like, regardless of what, who did what, my heart goes out to those young girls who had to endure that type of treatment and be, and by the way, we'll never know what those girls went through.
Now I know this is going to be very unpopular. I know some of those girls were innocent going in, but that's just like with the Bill Cosby stuff like, oh yeah, he might have taken advantage, but some of them had been told, like, baby, what girl, don't go there. He gonna give you some of that roofie or whatever they gonna give you, and you gonna wake up and he gonna be in a deal, whatever you want to do, but he gonna shoot you some money. Well, they went on over there willingly, and now all of a sudden, all of them are victims. Let me just say.
But and I don't even think. I mean, and again, this is the unpopular opinion, like you said. I don't really think he roofied all those women. I think that time, because I grew up in the early '80s,
he was Bill Cosby.
He was Bill Cosby. Everybody was snorting powder and cocaine.
Yeah,
and that's what they did. And we know we call them Mickeys now. They call them
everybody
popping Mollies now. But back then, people popped party drugs. They did what they did, and it's coming back to they had an agenda when it came down to Bill Cosby. They did what they did, because how do you wait 40 years and go find 40 women that say of that happened to
let me go
40
back.
years ago?
Yeah.
You remember? I can't even remember what I ate last week.
But let me go back to those girls, because I want to touch on what you said, Johnny. When people are desperate, and these young girls, a lot of them were desperate. They needed the money. Maybe some of them just wanted some shoes. I'm not going to say all of them, but a lot of them were.
Brenda say they might have just wanted some shoes.
But I know. Okay. But there were a lot of them that needed money. And it's sad that their parents weren't doing what they needed to do. Because they should have had such a relationship with their families that they could come home and tell their mama. Or the mama might have told them go on over there and do it anyway, because they needed some money. So don't think I'm naive. Ricky said you are correct about the news. It's the same about these files. The only names you will know are the ones the news tell you, because you won't see.
Not one name.
That's right. We're not gonna see it. And you're absolutely correct. And that's the thing about those files. I think that it's good that we're chatting about them, and you can see the pictures. And I don't know who even did some of the redactions on them. I'm like, you can't redact with the computer.
Yeah.
You tell the computer redact, and then you go in, then you can get another program and say undo it, and then it goes in and take the black off.
It's a lot going on, I tell you.
It's a lot going on.
Like the old people used to say, it's a lot going on in this here world. Like the government shutdown. We ain't even touched on that.
That was the next thing. The government shutdown. It started yesterday. No, what's that?
They saying
Monday.
Is it today?
Yeah. It was, and then Lindsey Graham got on TV on Fox News drunk, because he was drunk, allegedly drunk.
Somebody else around Macon was drunk Saturday, but we're not talking about that.
Okay,
it wasn't me.
Somebody allegedly was drunk on Saturday
at the All That Jazz.
At the All That Jazz,
allegedly drunk.
Allegedly.
I wasn't allegedly. I wasn't over there, y'all.
We're not talking about you.
I'm just saying I wasn't over there. I didn't do
it. A hit dog will holler every time, won't you?
I wasn't there. I ain't do it.
Brenda was not there. It was a body double.
I would.
Gavin's at the door. I don't know why he just won't let him in.
Let Gavin in, man.
Gavin who?
Gavin Russian.
The musician we've been talking about.
Oh, which time he at the door? I didn't know. I saw.
Hey, look, check this out. I think it's a wonderful day. I'm so glad y'all should see Emily and Brenda. They look so cute today. Y'all need to see them.
Thank you.
Now, I'm gonna be on TV tomorrow.
Oh Lord, here they go.
I'm
Hey, listen, Brenda, let me share some good news with you about what's going on with Anderson Country Kitchen over there. Every Wednesday, they go out and feed some of the senior towers. So, I mean, they've been to St. Paul, Divineville, the Clearsby, going to be out at John Wesley Apartments, this villas.
Tell them to come by my house and give my mama a plate.
No, seriously, I'll bring her one.
For real.
I'll bring her one. She's at your house.
Yeah,
We'll bring her one. Mr. Pastor Anderson will be glad to do that. So just know
and have him give us some communion while he's there too.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, we've been going around the city.
She needs some communion.
Every Wednesday, feeding the seniors.
She needs some communion.
We done talked him up.
Yeah, Gavin.
What's up, Gavin? Let me look here. Gavin, what you be doing? Singing or playing the piano?
He plays the keyboard.
He's a master musician. He's what we call a master musician. Come on over here, man. Get on camera. Yeah. Go over there next to them girls, man. Let me come over here next to me.
Gavin, come on over here with your grandma.
Look at she claiming, ain't she?
Yeah.
She didn't even remember who he was. 20 minutes ago, she was like, Gavin, who was that?
Ladies and gentlemen.
He smelled good.
But I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, this guy.
He must have done babes.
He way too old for you. I mean, too young for you.
There are no ceilings. There are absolutely no ceilings to the heights that this young brother here can reach, and we feel like we'll reach. This dude is a special talent. Very gifted. You're gonna be
on. You're gonna be playing the piano tomorrow night. Let me see.
Yeah. He just opened for
tell us
Kenny
about
Lattimore.
Tell us about it.
It was an amazing experience opening up for Kenny Lattimore, all that jazz. I mean, I was treated wonderful to perform on that stage in front of all those people. It was a remarkable opportunity, and I'm so grateful. Making this my home, and I'm grateful to do it in front of the people that have supported me and the people that I love. And I had all of my friends on stage. Jimmy Rollins was there with me, Quentin Cosby, Uriel Rogers, one of my best friends from when I studied in college up in Berkeley, Boston, that I graduated from. And the singer that graduated with me in Spain, we both went to our masters in Berkeley, Valencia, Spain. She also performed with me as well. So I had all
phenomenal. I talked about her.
Say
earlier.
her name.
Ariane Tillman.
Yeah, I was talking about her and I said she was just absolutely phenomenal. And being a singer myself, I was listening to every single thing that came out of her mouth. She hit every note. She hit it with precision. I was like, this is somebody that hones their craft and that loves what they do. So I just think you guys did such a phenomenal job on Saturday.
Yeah, music is in the air in Macon, Georgia, man. Come on tomorrow night at the Tubman Museum, 8 p.m. The show starts. Gavin Rushing, man, releasing your first single?
Yes, Relentless.
Relentless.
It's out right now.
Is it like an instrumental or whatever?
Yes, it's instrumental.
You got to give Miss Brenda
Brenda, she got ADHD, so if it ain't got no words in it, you may lose her.
Oh. No, don't you talk about Brenda.
Well, my music speaks. My music has lyrics.
All right.
All right now. Good cover. I like that.
Great comeback, my brother.
He didn't let him talk about his grandma.
That's right.
Your grandma didn't know who you was 20 minutes ago.
He took up for Brenda.
Piece of chicken.
He took up for Brenda, didn't he?
I sure will take up for her.
All right.
Well, if y'all want to hear my music speak to you, then please come out tomorrow at 8 o'clock at the Tubman Museum.
All right. He said, Janice said one of Macedonia's played with the band, D. Clark.
Yes, D. Clark also on guitar.
Okay. Okay, cool.
But that's awesome. Glad to have you listening in.
So are
Janice.
you going to be playing more than one? Are you going to do more than one? Is it a listening party? Is it tell us exactly what it is?
So I'll be playing more than one single. I played another single that night at All That Jazz called Changes. It's a song that does have lyrics that will speak to the heart that I wrote with Ariane Tillman, who will be singing. I'll be playing some arrangements of mine. I don't really do covers. I do arrangements. I'm a music director, so anything I perform and I play, I'm gonna put my own twist onto it. So we're gonna perform a number of specials tomorrow. Some of my arrangements, more of my originals. I also have an opening performer, Caleb J, another musician from the Middle Georgia area. Okay. He's gonna be performing with his group, and more sounds will also come that night.
All right, and how long is it gonna last? From 8 to what?
Yeah, from 8 to about 10:30. We have food and other vendors as well. Food vendors will be there. Sean Holden.
How much
it going to be a cost to get in?
Yeah, $15. Yeah, $15.
Oh, that's a minimal fee to pay for such talent.
Yeah, just pay at the door. Come at the Tubman, pay at the door. Yeah, all of that. You can just tap. Cash.
We're going to talk about tap it. You've been hanging around Denver, I see.
Oh man, it's gonna be a beautiful evening tomorrow night. I can't wait to be there in the capacity of host for my old nephew.
You just
Gavin.
said bass guitar. I always listen in.
Next Monday, y'all tune in again. I'm gonna be talking about event coming up, Sweet Georgia Jams, March 14th. I'll be talking about it. All right.
Yeah, they moved it.
Yeah,
didn't they? Yeah, because of the bad weather.
Oh
so,
yeah. We're gonna be talking about it. We're gonna be talking about it. March 14th, Henderson Stadium, Macon. We got stuff to do. Got stuff to do.
All right, guys. So we don't have much longer to go, but make sure you show up at the Tubman Museum tomorrow evening at 8:00. $15 cover. You're gonna hear some wonderful music. You said it's gonna be a little snacks there,
Yes,
food and drink there. You guys come on out, check us out.
And
check
go
out
to the
Gavin
All of a
Rushing.
Sudden page. Go to the All of a Sudden page.
Like and share.
Yeah, man.
All right. We love y'all so much. We will talk to y'all again next Monday.
You've been listening to All of a Sudden. Join them every Monday evening from 5:30 to 6:30. All of a Sudden with your host, Brenda Sutton. That's every Monday. We'll see you there.
The views expressed on this program are not necessarily the views of the Glory 980 AM, the Glory Media Group, LLC, WDDO,
This